Oh, well, I just knocked the bearing races out. I thought it'd be a good idea to get a magnet in here first before I get out all the big stuff. Got a movie playing in the background. I'm playing it cut it off. Oh, man. Oh, that's all the needle bearings. We'll turn this movie off. That's the second scoop. Got a pretty good little pile going. Let's go for the bottom. That little hole right there. Oh, let's see what we get out of there. This rear end is so dirty. Debris. Let's see what we get. Man, got a pretty good feeling it's gonna be a long day. New gears came. Well, I just put my races in. It took me about 3 hours to get all this cleaned up enough that where I was satisfied. Them shiny spots, those little dots, that's just where I was rubbing my magnet on it, and I actually made the housing shiny. That's not steel shavings or anything. But just press my, didn't press them in. I got a tool that puts them in. I got that one in. And I got the other one in. Zoom in. That was nice and clean. I got this seal. And I just put my new bearing on. I don't use a press. What I do is I throw this in the freezer. And I take a little butane torch and I put just a little bit of heat on this. And then it just falls on. And it's got my shims under it. Uh-oh. So let's get to it. I gotta find my inch-pounds torque wrench to set my preload. Alright, I've got it back together for the most part, I guess. Right now I'm just putting it together and taking it apart, putting it together and taking it apart. I got my preload set on, it's on 20. I used an inch-pounds torque wrench, and I got her right around 20. So she's feeling good. I could go a little tighter, but I don't like tight bearings. And on my backlash, I think Ford Racing will like recommend like between 8 and 12. I feel like on new gears, 8 to 12, that seems a little loose, because once you start driving this thing, it's going to loosen up anymore and either start whining or, yeah, start whining probably, in my experience. So I've got this thing set up on about 5. Let's see, you might not be able to see it, but the camera won't zoom out, but it's just 5 or a little hair over 5. That'll be good. Once I drive it 5 or 10 miles, it'll be about 8 probably. Everything will loosen up a little bit. So this is where we're at right now. What I done was, the backlash was on 12, which would have been fine according to Ford Racing. A little bit too loose for me. So what I done was, I took the shim out of that side, put it on this side, and just reversed them, and that made my backlash a little tighter. So backlash is never really my problem. I can't stand a whining rear end. Can't stand them. That right there is just stained. It ain't rust or anything. It's just stained. But yep, that's a new Ford Racing gear. The pinion's a new Ford Racing gear. Put a new crush sleeve, new bearings. I went with Master Pro bearings this time because I put the good. I said it was National bearings, but it wasn't National. It was them Temican. I can't really pronounce it. And they failed, boys. And it ain't the first time that's happened. I actually had one of them bearings fail on the wheel bearing side too, right after it was installed. So we're going to try our luck and go with Master Pro bearings. Let's try that. I mean, it's worth a shot. All right, so I didn't really have any of the yellow stuff that people uses. I did have some, just a little jar of it that you brush on the teeth. and I don't have none. So this right here is a transmission assembly lube. I build transmissions too. But as long as we can tell where the pinion teeth is engaging into the ring gear, we should be good. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to rotate this baby until we see the grease. And then we're going to roll it back and forth a few times. See if we can tell where the teeth is actually making. Oh yeah, we got good engagement. Oh yeah, I mean it was all the way across, like right in the center. We are good. It's good. I think we're good. Good to go. Put this bad boy back together. Turn sounds good. What you're hearing is that backlash, and that's only 5. That's only 5 thousandths backlash, and it's still. I mean, it sounds noisy, but once it's got fluid in it, it won't be noisy no more. So, only thing left to do now is stab the axles back in it and the cover and put it back together and try it again. See clip. The only reason why I could use that blue grease that's like that is because it's more thicker and it hangs with the part more. You probably couldn't use something like wheel bearing grease to do what I just did. You couldn't use wheel bearing grease in there anyway because it wouldn't agree with the fluid that's in there. This stuff right here, this blue grease, it's actually designed as it heats up. It basically just turns into like a transmission fluid. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. So, leave it right here. We need it. Get our pin back in. I swear, man. It's like no matter how much cleaning you do, you still find crap all over everything. Probably shouldn't be using blue paper towels either. It is what it is. I guess I need to make sure my shims are still on top of my spider gears. See that one? See that one? So we're good to go there. Let's get our pin. We're gonna lube it up. Of course, it ain't gonna matter because as soon as I slide it through, all the grease is gonna come, all the oil's gonna come off. So, yeah, you see people lubing these up all the time. Watch what happens. You slide it in, and all the oil comes off. Imagine that. So what's the point? So we make it really hard on the next guy that has to work on this, which will probably be me. Seems like if it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck. I need to get me some more of that paste. Go get me a wrench so I can really torque that thing on. Oh, I don't want to beat on my Harbor Freight tools. We'll beat on the snap-on ratchet, or snap-on wrench. Snap-on! I ain't seen the old strap-on man in a while. That's tight enough. Click, click. I'm sure they make a special torque wrench thingamajigger for that, but I ain't got one. So. That's the way I've always done it, and I ain't never had no trouble, so that's the way I'm gonna keep on with doing it. Wow, that's pretty much got it. Nice and smooth. No noises. I do hear that dust cover on this yoke though. Got a little plastic dust cover on it. It's got a little, I don't know if it's a buggered up spot or what, but just touching the metal housing somewhere, it'll work itself in. Yeah. I'll get this differential cover cleaned up. We'll get it back on. We're getting ready to put our differential cover on. Got it all cleaned up. And if y'all use these covers like you get off of eBay or Amazon, you don't use the gasket that comes with it. It's a no-no. These are not flat. They're kind of, I guess they're warped or twisted or something. I don't really know what you'd call it, but they're not flat. So if you use that gasket and then you tighten this down, it's gonna leak. So, another thing, when you order, I ordered 2 or 3 of these and they did not come with the little caps that's supposed to be on these. What these are, it supports this cap right here. And as you see, this does not have it. It's screwed in as far as it will go, and it just barely touches it, but I really don't think it's doing anything good. So this is like the second or third one I got, and the caps was gone. These are probably China or Korea or something. Be real careful not to mess with silicone. And I use gray gasket maker. Well, I forgot that. I emailed, I think it was Amazon I got this one from. I emailed them and asked them about that right there, and it really didn't no good. It's definitely missing the little caps on the inside. I just bought it because it, not really for strength, really just because it was cheap, and the one that was on it was an old steel bent up one, and I was going to have to replace it anyway, so why not get one that looks a little better. Ooh, tighten that up too tight. Back loose just a little bit. I gotta get them all started. This one here's missing its washers. It really ain't gonna matter what pattern you tighten this up. Ain't like tightening the intake down. So. Oh, that there, it feels so good. One of them both sides put in was shorter than all the other ones, and I guarantee you, I don't know where it went. I bet it goes in that hole right there though. It wasn't that one. Right, boat, where you at? One of you's not like the other. Oh. Well, boys, I don't know where it's at. There it is. I'll bet this short one goes right here, because there's something wrong with that hole. It ain't threaded deep enough or something. Differential cover right there just for looks. Wasn't no use in loosening these up and resetting them because they really ain't doing nothing. You waste the time and effort. They're just barely hitting. If they're even at all. They might not even be touching them at all. That's where it was last time. So that's what's going to well, boys, differential comes back together. Now, we can put our drain plug back on. Put some. We're going to put a little silicone on it though, because it leaked. Need some kind of sealant, thread sealant or something. I ain't got none. I got some joint compound. Ain't using that. Just put a little bit of gasket maker on it. Maybe that'll help seal it up. Because last time it leaked like a sieve. Not really leaked like a sieve, but it stained up the bottom of the house. We're good to go. All we gotta do is put that expensive fluid in. Today is what? February the 9th. February the 9th, 2024. This is the driveway. What used to be the driveway. The dog is loving it. The tile is now overran. There ain't no point in even having a tile. You having fun, Eddie? She's having a blast. If my memory serves me right, it holds almost 2 quarts. Let's see. Well, I don't go. There it is. I gotta clean this shop up. I need to do a spring cleaning and just blow everything out. Just take everything out and throw half of it away because it's all just a bunch of junk. Oh yeah. This is what we're putting in it. I picked this up at the Walmart. 75W140. That's what they recommend now, so that's what's going in it. Full synthetic, contains a limited slip additive, so you ain't got to buy the additive to put in it. What we want. And I like this little pouch it's in because you can squeeze it. So hopefully this go around a bit good and we won't have to take this thing back apart again. But I did find another issue while I was under here, and I'll show y'all just as soon as I get this in. It's kind of a big issue. I really don't know what I'm going to do. And it's just this aftermarket junk you buy nowadays. It's just junk. So I might as well have just pulled the whole rear end out anyway and done this on the ground because I'm going to have to basically pull the whole rear end out anyway. Just every little thing I do, I find something wrong. Not on my part really, but on the manufacturer's part. Oh yeah! I'll show y'all what I'm talking about real quick. So this 4-link kit is an aftermarket kit like you would buy on, you can buy it probably anywhere, CJ Pony, eBay, I mean just about anywhere. I want to show y'all what it does. It's 4-link. And kind of keep an eye on this area right here, what I can do with this thing. Y'all see that? Should not be able to move it that much. Those are the bushings. I'm gonna put y'all right here where y'all can really watch it and see it. This car may have 10 miles on it since this kit was put in. Another thing, you see how that bolt, this is the bolts that come with this kit. That bolt is just barely touching that nylon in that nut. I was gonna change these bolts out anyway, because they're too short. But now I'm going to change these bushings out in here. They're too soft, evidently. Watch this. Y'all can see it better from right here, probably. Let me put you right here. Okay. Watch right here. Watch this link and this bushing. The bushings are too soft or something. I mean, I don't get it. They feel like just rubber to me when they probably should have been like a polyurethane. So I'm gonna have to get online and see if I can. And that's what came with this kit. So, and I'm sure they probably sold hundreds of these kits. And people's driving around with their cars with the rear ends just a flopping around. I just wonder if that might have something to do with what happened to my rear end, my bearings. Could it maybe have been twisting, putting my yoke in a bind or something? I don't know. Is that possible? Who knows? But that's an awful lot of movement. That's terrible, boys. Terrible. So at least the rear end's back together. I'm going to figure out something on the bushings. She got nice movement now. Nice and smooth. I actually wound up replacing this yoke with another one I had. Nice and smooth. She don't make no noise or nothing. You can't hear the backlash though, listen. If you listen real hard. Well, maybe you can't hear the backlash. You can't now that the fluid has gotten on it, you can't hear the backlash anymore. I left that, if you see back in there, you see them teeth. If you remember seeing those teeth on that carrier, you can knock those off. I left it on there because it just helps sling oil all over everything. I like it. It was actually for I guess it was a speed sensor that used to be up here. Well, I welded that hoe up whenever I had all this housing apart back a year or so ago. But I left that gear on there, them teeth, because basically that's an oil slinger. But that's where I'm going to leave y'all right now. I got to put one more quart of the stuff in it. We'll put the rest of this in there, what I can, and then put the other one in it. And we're going to call this one good. Whenever I get her back on the ground and get these bushings straightened out, we'll go for another test drive. But that's it for now, guys. Hope you enjoyed the videos. Please like, share, and subscribe. Till next time.